the Saints. Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
At the 17. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down.
And complete to Drake London.
Out up around the 45-yard line.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Hardy set to return.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Off the play fake, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Winston now. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Falcon football. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Patterson again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Graham on the ground. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one of the many games we'll be watching around the NFL here these final few weeks of the campaign. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Saints had 8 and 5 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Throwing, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, Hardy. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Kamara up the middle. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons ready to take over.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that is incomplete. Boy, did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first down throw for Winston.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Take it at the 37. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On 2nd and 10, Winston.
Oh, still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot.
Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lux with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll hit Jackson complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it.
Olave over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
things you're hoping for when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards. From the red zone now, Winston.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1.
On the return, Williams.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
That's pulled in at the 32.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. To throw is Winston.
Downfield, and he's got Olave. Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints just continue to roll.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Out of the gun now on third down. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
A monster game so far in third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open? Uncover late in the route, where they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Winston from the gun on third down.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And quickly, they get to the line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big time.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Winston, run of the option left here. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Kamara trying the right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Kamara gets it again on second down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Again, it's Kamara. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, this is Kamara. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4th down territory.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Jabari Zuniga.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll set up to throw.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.